Jay Sano without intro music. Jay Sano with intro music. Intro music remix. Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19. Jay Sano 19. Hello everybody and welcome back to playthrough number 2 of The Novelist. So I've had a lot of suggestions and requests from people saying that if I do play this series through and make all the wrong choices, that I record it and play it anyway. So I think I'm going to do exactly that. The thing is, I'm going to do this a little bit different, depending on how long it takes. My plan is to race through it pretty fast. Problem is, I don't know if I can really do that because the way the story's going to change, I'm going to have to read up on things and I can't just know what everything says because the story is going to be completely different. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do this Netflix style. Like Netflix does House of Cards. They release the entire season all at one time. So people can just take their turns and go through and watch them. And I think I'm going to do that. Depending on how long it takes me to get through, you might see these videos up tomorrow. It might be a couple months from now before I get them up. It just really depends on how quickly I can get through this playthrough. But when I do start to post videos, you're going to see them all at once. So if you're watching this right now, look, and in the next couple of minutes, you're going to have all the rest of the series up there as well. So I think that's the way I'm going to do this and see how that actually turns out. So anyways, let's get going. I'm going to do this still with a story mode, so that I can do it as quickly as possible, as opposed to the stealth mode and stay out of their sight. Since I think a lot of the basis of the game is gone now. I'm not really sure what happens when they see you in stealth mode, but either way, we're just going to go straight up story mode. No, I don't need the brief tutorial because I've already played this game once. And let's get going. Writer's block. Just like before. So can I skip any of this stuff at all? Nope, you can't skip this stuff. So I know the basis of what happens in this series, like, kind of gives you an introduction to the family, this, that, the other. I still got to go see the memories and find the right objects in order to.
It's such a crazy thought.
Such a crazy thought. Three of us alone in the house in the summer. And I'm painting again. So this is where she talks about that she's painting again. So I don't need to do much with her. I do need to explore her memories though, because I know her and Dan are having troubles. They came here hoping this would help fix their troubles. We made it so it did help fix their troubles last time.
I think this time will be different. Job of putting on happy faces for Tommy. If he knows there's something wrong, he's not showing it.
I told him it's just a fun family vacation, etc., etc., etc. So basically, long story short, if you guys didn't watch the original series, they came here.
Me too.
I promise.
Okay, so they came here so that Dan could write properly again, because he was having writer's block. Dan and Linda, it's the husband and wife, are also having some significant problems with their marriage, and they hope that this is going to help them out. Right now I'm exploring memories. Come on.
Tommy rode into town with me today. He saw some kids
his age. So this is where Tommy finally sees some kids of his age. So he knows that there's other kids around, and he gets excited and wants to play with them, which I did make happen in the other one. He's over here, isn't he? Yeah, there we go.
Do you think coming here will help?
And he says something like, it better.
It has to.
It has to. It has to, Linda. It has to. So anyways, that's him. I gotta go find his stuff, though. And let's explore Tommy real quick. He wants to play some games. So he and Daddy are not on the greatest terms right now. I definitely turned that around last time. Are you upstairs? Oh, no, you're outside.
Are there any other kids?
We'll have to find out.
So they're going to find out if there's other kids. So now I got to go find the clues.
Hi, Dad.
On what people want. So Daddy's always at the computer. None of these are things I can use. There's got to be some clues in. I can't grab that lamp.
Writer's block.
So he's having a writer's block.
I just wrote that. Writer's block.
So basically that's when he is talking to his publisher and saying basically, I'm not having a good time. I need to get this all taken care of and figured out. So basically Tommy's also having problems in school. So Tommy shows no sign of serious learning disorder, but he needs some help is basically what that one says.
Barb, How are things?
Barb, how are
Is school
things?
Still taking up
So
all
this
your
is
time?
Linda talking to her friends, etc., etc., etc. So now I got Linda's options here. I think, if I recall, one of Linda's options is to get wasted on some wine. Let me find out, because that would be a great choice. I still haven't found out the rest of his stuff yet. What did he want in the rest
How's
of
my
this
little man
chapter?
doing?
Wait, here we go.
Good to hear from you. Listen, things are taking
So-
a little longer than expected. I feel good about
So he's having a little bit of a trouble. Okay, so now I can read Dan's thoughts. Where's my notebook? So that's him getting a good idea. He wants to read it from his notebook. There we go, have a bottle of wine and hang out like we used to. So he wants to work on the novel. She wants to do some drinking, which if you remember in the last playthrough, she ended up getting mad at him later because he kind of had a drinking problem and she stopped drinking at all. So we are ending this chapter with hitting the bottle. Choose it. I'm not going to do many compromises because I don't think compromises are going to work out well in this one unless I really want to make somebody angry. So I could compromise with the wine and the notebook, but that's kind of like a good thing. I'm just going to let them drink. Let them drink it out. That's all there's going to be to this chapter. So now I already don't know what's going to happen from here. So the next night, Dan surprised Linda by grabbing a bottle of wine and asking her if she wanted to drink it and catch up after they got Tommy into bed. They put on their favorite Miles Tanner record and cuddle on the couch, laughing and catching up on things before they stumbled to bed. The summer was off to a good start for them. That's weird. Why did Dan surprise her with it? I chose it for her, not for him. Well, I guess I told Dan as a ghost. Dan couldn't get past his writer's block. He laid awake for 3 nights trying to think of a way out of his jam, but he couldn't come up with one. He had to stay on schedule, so he forced himself to write a scene just to keep moving. He hated each word as he typed it, but he had no choice. Dan's mind was elsewhere when Tommy tried to get his dad to play Racing Roger with him. Linda found Tommy trying to play the game by himself at the dinner. She sat down and played a few games with him to cheer him up, but she could tell he really wanted to play with Dan. Chapter 2. The Inheritance.